What's up, Internet? My name's Thomas.
I'm Joseph.
And we're part of the Disc Golf Army. Welcome back to another video. And this time, we took on Washington Park in downtown Indianapolis. And we were with our friends Derek and Rodney.
Yep.
And we had a pretty good time.
Yeah, it was a fun round.
I find this particular course to be challenging as a subpar disc golfer. So this round was no different, but I think it was entertaining enough. So
yeah, it was a good one. This is a really good course. A lot of mixes of shots, so it's a good one.
Yeah, we actually played it today. And this was like a week or two ago. This was right before coronavirus was really a thing in America. So
yeah.
I think we joked about it a few times, but we're going to go ahead and get right on into this video. So let's jump right on in. Alright, so first hole here is pretty straightforward. We're throwing right behind the dread tree there, and we got Rodney going first. That was really straight.
Yeah, it was a good rip. That's his Night Strike FD.
We got Derek throwing out. He's been putting a lot of practice in getting his drives out, and as you can hear,
yeah, it's windy
gusty.
out there.
And you just ripped that.
What was that?
Yep.
Ripped it and ripped it.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I hit that branch. That tree is like not even 10 feet off the tee pad, but it made it pretty far up there.
I thought the forehand was going to be the throw there because earlier, before they got there, I was testing and tried to replicate what I had done earlier, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, and as you can see, we got some new graphics, courtesy of Thomas right here.
Yeah, I spent most of my quarantine figuring out how to add graphics in.
Yeah.
So, Butterfingers over here trying to pick his... it counts. Pick up his putter. That counts as a throw, I think.
Yeah.
Not really, but it should. And the wind sailed that.
And it's still a little short. And I made it pretty decent way up there and had myself a birdie look, but
couldn't quite commit to it. And this one, he threw it so high it just boomeranged back.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad. I think we all had a lot of that day. Wind picking them up, throwing them over the basket, all that. And you and Derek have actually been practicing putting a lot lately, haven't you?
Yeah, at work we set up a basket. I got one for Christmas. So
I hate that.
yeah, we've been down there in the shop just putting away, playing a lot of pig. So
throwing over things and around things.
Just trying to get that confidence up.
And we got a double bogey, a par, and another double bogey. And a regular bogey.
Yep. Dang, dude, these graphics are good.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
It's a good first time. So this one's pretty straightforward. Just don't hit a tree. Get it out there.
Yep, and I just...
It hit the one past it.
a little too high. Didn't commit to the turnover. The wind just kind of took it.
I think you tapped a tree too.
Yeah.
And I think Rodney and I both tried for forehands on this hole because it just makes sense because it's a little bit around there. And you see that splash. It's awfully rainy. It was rainy.
Yeah, it usually floods pretty bad there, so if it's rained within a week, it's going to be
Mushy.
a little splooshy.
Derek with another one up. And he's over there by you, I think.
Yeah. And he was doing that little hop thing for a little while, trying to kind of power it out there, and since then he's kind of slowed it down. He's been doing a standstill, and it's major improvement, and it's really fun to get out there and watch like how much farther they go now. It's really, really awesome.
Yep. Got Rodney here in a little puddle.
Yeah.
And not a bad little look. I think he's within the first circle. And we're all just trying to get out there because all of our throws just got either grabbed by the wind or didn't. And you had that in 2D.
I was going for that one, yeah.
Got another one. Real close. And we're all just getting right up there. I think.
I was feeling pretty confident in my putting at this point because we had a few days of practice. So I was kind of not afraid of the comebacker here.
There's that one. That was a good one.
Normally this would be a little bit more intimidating, but...
With that wind, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt I could make that, but still just kind of gave it a little too much.
And Rodney with not enough.
He got it.
Yep, and there it was with Joseph's follow-up. Derek barely caught it. And, man, just chained out, man. I've been practicing on, figuring out my form. I used to do, a staggered putt. That's with the bogeys. I used to do a staggered putt, and lately I've been doing more of what you saw there. And I'm actually starting to figure it out where I'm actually hitting the basket and the chains a lot more often. I just need to really dial it in so that I get a few less bogeys. Now, this one's another one straight up there, but Joseph definitely threw it off to the left.
That way?
Yeah.
And I was a little confused because I thought it was over there. You can't see the basket from the tee pad.
Yeah.
And Rodney's just trying to follow you.
Yeah, this one's pretty much the same shot as the previous hole, and I kind of didn't... I chose the wrong disc twice. I didn't learn from my mistake on the last hole, so...
And you hate to see it. And I went with the forehand, put it up, and almost went out of bounds, technically.
Yeah.
I don't know if we were playing out of bounds this day or not, but I was still in bounds if we were. And that's where the basket is. So we're all just trying to get up there at this point. But again, the wind, that right to left, Rodney got pretty close.
Yeah, I thought that one was pretty good. I thought he was getting around the tree from where I was at.
And I'm almost there, probably right on the circle's edge. Derek's putting downhill. Gave it a little much.
Good tree.
And it sailed. Man, I remember this. You got low to make sure that you didn't hit any branches, and
Yeah, just...
Not as close as he wanted it.
I was afraid of the wind. I didn't want to sail it, and then those got caught up in those roots. Didn't scoot up there quite as far as I wanted to.
and man,
See it.
he lightly tossed that. There's this mini, but he lightly tossed it, and it still just sailed. And I did that again, one more.
Well, you're on the line most of the time. It's just, sometimes it's a little too much power or not enough.
And there you are with a par, showing us all up.
Yeah, that one felt good. First real putt I made.
You can see it in my beard, dude. And it just again, man. And I thought, hey, I'm thrown into the wind. It should pick up, and it didn't. So I ended up sticking it out with a double bogey. And hole 4 here. It's a bit of a hyzer throw for backhand players.
Yeah. These trees right off the tee kind of get in your head sometimes.
And caught a branch.
Yeah.
You got a little skip there. And you're probably 3/4 of the way there, but it's a downhill approach from where he's at there. And Rodney threw out and followed pretty much the same line, just missed the trees.
Yeah.
If he'd have given it a little bit more power, I think he'd have been up there. And unfortunately, Derek
Sad.
caught up in the trees too.
Yeah, sometimes that tree right there to your left kind of gets in your head, so you kind of hold on to it a little too long and get caught up in those bushes on the right. But that was a really good throw.
Yeah, it hyzered it pretty hard. The wind put it pretty far. A little bit further away than I wanted it to. But Derek with the trees, man.
Yeah.
But he's making progress. Getting her up there. And again with the not wanting to sail it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no excuse for that. It's not that far. I mean, yeah, there's wind, but just trust the disc to do what it's supposed to, and
But it could have looked like that too.
yeah. But even where he's at, I mean, that's still within 10 feet.
I'd say it's further than 10 feet. That's where he landed.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I was
Yeah,
like, wait a
even
minute.
just going past it a little bit, you usually get hit right there on that fallen tree right there. So, like even that,
ended up doing it
kind of
anyway.
running for it. I wish I would have just done that on the first throw, and then
Yep.
I wouldn't be, taking a 4. And I guess he did sneak up under there. I thought he
Yeah.
kind of stopped in front of it, but
It got around it pretty good. And Derek just kind of missing. And he was getting a little bit frustrated because I know I was getting frustrated with my misses. And I don't know why.
yeah.
But I just couldn't put enough power into it.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter how much practice you get inside.
Who's going to go?
That's awesome. Doesn't really matter how much practice you get inside. Once you get out in the wind, it's just a whole another ball game. And
Oh, yeah. And so those pine trees, the basket's in the middle of those. So you just kind of want to get it up over the hill and get a straight shot on it like that.
yeah, I want to hang that one out a little wider and let it come in a little bit later because there's so many branches you can get caught up on. But
He tried to give you a fist bump.
I didn't even see that. That's funny.
And a little high. Highs it out a little too far.
Yeah.
And as he said, he was trying to go the other way. So looks like Derek's trying to adjust for that and kind of shanks it, unfortunately, and it just glides. Never turned over.
That's a decent line, but just kind of the angle on it and the wind kind of pushed it over on him, and it never really had a chance to fight back.
Yeah, he'll do a flex shot most of the time. And so he's technically out of bounds here. I don't think we were playing that way, and unfortunately,
Oh, no.
he just caught the tree there before he got over, and it just didn't quite get there. So he's going to throw again, try to get it up there, and I do believe he gets it right up next to the basket almost, within probably 15, 20 feet. And
And that right there is a pretty good approach, but you got that downhill right behind the basket, so it's always scary unless you're parked.
it's intimidating, that's for sure.
Just like that.
And then if that would have rolled, that would have just kept going.
He's a little bit farther away, but
And I'm definitely feeling that because I don't want to overshoot it. But I know that it could happen, and luckily my practice paid off there. Finally got me a par.
There you go.
And there's you with another par
yeah,
from
that one felt really good.
That was a
It's
really
always
good
good to get
distance.
those par saves, especially when they're
Ooh.
Ooh,
a decent distance.
I was turning. There you go, buddy.
and with the double bogeys. Rodney almost pulled out a regular bogey, but it didn't quite. So this one's up over that hill, and kind of in the midst of the trees. There's another. It drops off on the other side,
Yeah.
and Joseph sails this one. And
That
as
may
Derek said there, it's practically inside the church.
Yeah, I can't seem to figure this hole out. I've tried to go forehand on it before, and I either throw it a little too high and end up in those bushes over there to the right, or throw it too low into the hill. So I've been trying to do the turnover line, but
Come on, Rob.
And Derek here, he just said, he's like, I've never tried a
Ooh, you
forehand.
adjusted. Rodney!
And I'm yelling at Rodney to grab the camera, but he said he had never done a forehand, and he went ahead and tried it, and we probably should have let him rethrow since he's never done it before, but that's okay.
yeah.
Now, Rodney's up here on the top of the hill. I got just past and actually have a birdie look. But again, it's super downhill over there. And luckily, Joseph didn't sail it as far as we thought he did. You could see him over there kind of by his disc. But Rodney with a layup. And Joseph with another layup. He's coming up the hill, though, so it's less likely to roll away.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this one and I'm thinking, I don't really want to go for it because if it goes down the hill, it's done. So I just laid her up, set it right next to it.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And after that first throw, man, that's a bogey's a good shot. A good. Words are hard. And there you are with your little bounce in.
Yeah.
Rodney getting a little extra with his mini, trying to make sure that he gets all the distance he needs.
I really wanted that to bounce out. I don't know. That would have been really funny.
It would have been hilarious.
I would have laughed too.
And Joseph testing the wind here.
Getting the wind read.
So this one's another straightforward one. Once those trees grow, though, out there in the middle, it's going to be one hard hole. But
40 years from now, this is going to be a completely different hole.
Oh,
and that one never turned over.
yeah, that one didn't recover.
Yeah, well said.
Probably.
But as you were saying, you hadn't been doing forehand, getting a little intimidated by it, right?
Yeah, my forehand bitch basically just sucked recently. So, but the wind was coming left to right here, so I thought maybe I'd play into it a little bit, but the angle of the disc kind of got exposed, so just pushed it down.
Mm-hmm. This is such it's kind of a long drive for us, and I have learned since this day to stop throwing that disc forehand because I did the same thing you did. It just turned over the wrong way and almost never turned back. So actually since then, I've pretty much stopped using that one as a forehand because it just doesn't work for me anymore.
Yeah.
It's an Explorer, by the way.
You got the speed wobbles.
And yeah, the wind grabbed that one and just kind of wobbled it into an Anheuser really hard.
That was
Never
pretty
flexed
smooth
back.
from Rodney right there.
Mm-hmm. Gives him a really good par approach. And I was just trying to get her up there. I believe he was going to say a fine toss, but I don't think I felt like it was a fine toss.
I think I'm checking Rodney's butt out right here for some reason.
He went for it.
Uh-huh.
And his test putt to see if he could have done it, and he apparently couldn't have.
Meant to be.
Meant to be. My beautiful Vardigan shirt.
Oh, yeah, I remember this. Doing the old double putt.
Yep. Derek with the cuss. But that's okay. And I think I missed them throwing in. That's why the graphic popped up there without them actually throwing. So we missed them getting it in. But then I went ahead and goofed that putt for a bogey. Now this one's can be straightforward, but there's a lot of trees there. So most people probably wouldn't approach it with a straightforward shot. But Joseph here.
Yeah. I mean, that's the line really right there, just in between all of the trees. If you just throw it straight in the middle, it's not going to hit anything. So.
Well, yeah, but you can see right there that is a really hard throw to get it really straight. And you just laced all those trees.
I even went in the little gap there that you can see, just the tiny little gap right to the left of the basket.
And Derek just didn't want to go anywhere near where Rodney was, it looked like.
He's trying to stay as far away as possible.
And I kicked off the tree there. Unfortunately, it was actually going to turn in the way I wanted it to, and I just caught the tree. And Derek, I believe, caught a tree there too. And just not enough power in that one. But
Here's a birdie look. I was feeling
with that
some
wind,
unnecessary pressure here. And just, yeah, I don't know what that was.
And there you go with your par.
Rodney with the
Derek
club.
finishing up with a bogey. I got a couple pars here, as long as I don't goof it. And here we go with hole 9.
Yeah.
Now this one is, as you could see with the different graphic, a par 4. And Joseph launched that.
Yeah.
But what you don't see is when Joseph tried again after he remembered that he had a perfect disc for this, he rolled one up almost to the basket, which is impressive for a par 4.
Yeah. And I don't really ever throw rollers, so I was pretty impressed with the result.
Yeah, and that's when Derek decided he would never throw a forehand again, probably. Now, we all seem to... No, not all of us. I guess me and Rodney both hit that tree. And it kind of just stalled us out. He got a little bit further up.
You should have just thrown it right into the back of Rodney's head there for walking in front of you. Disrespectful.
Oh, man. And did
I
he
don't
get
think
the
I saw
Anheuser
that.
on that?
I don't
know.
really. I don't know if I saw that one. It looked like it almost rolled.
Yep. And here I am. This is probably one of the first times I've tried using that disc. It's a mid-range. I don't remember what it is, but it's a mid-range that Rodney gave me.
I think it's a Mako 3.
It's become a disc that I turn to fairly frequently more recently. Again with the tree, but it actually rolled
Yeah, it's coming back though.
decently enough. Kind of came back. And what is this, your second throw?
I believe so, yeah. And
The
yeah.
tree. It just makes you sad, man. There's so many trees, like just random branches that you can hit, and you're just hoping that you don't hit any of them.
Yeah, that was just a bad shot, though.
And that wind, man. He's just, you know what? Rodney was basically like, you know what? I'm done with this hole. I'm going to start on the next one.
Yeah. He's already on the next tee pad, rearing and ready to go.
Yep. And I actually remember getting really frustrated with this hole because I did not know that it was a par 4. So I thought I was like really screwing the pooch. But Derek, myself, and maybe Rodney only bogeyed. I forget. Nope, he double bogeyed. Unfortunately. And I believe this is you saving par.
There it is.
And there it is. The end of the front 9. We'll pick back up with the back 9 in the next video.
Yeah.
But
Hope you guys enjoyed.
hope you enjoyed some subpar disc golf from a group of guys out of middle of nowhere, Indiana. We'll see you in the next one.
Yep.
Oh.